Hey there, it's Walt. Well, today I want to talk with you about sin. Say what? Did he say he wanted to talk to us about sin? Yes, today I want to talk to you about sin. So, growing up, I was raised by an Irish Catholic mother who talked about sin a lot, which explains probably why I've financed more than a few therapists' children through college. But that's a whole other story. But she would talk with us about sin a lot. And there were two kinds of sin, she told us. One was the sin of commission. And the other was the sin of omission. And I could wrap my hands around the sin of commission, going out and doing something bad, like lying or cheating or stealing or disobeying my mother. But the whole thing of a sin of omission, kind of like, I can screw up by not doing something? That was troubling for me. Recently, though, I began thinking about sins of omission. Because of my background as a lawyer, a lot of people, clients and friends and colleagues, have been asking me about their estate planning, their wills, their trusts, their plans for their kids and their grandkids. And it's, of course, related to this horrible pandemic that we're all experiencing. It has thrown into sharp relief our mortality. We're seeing horrible statistics about people being hospitalized and put on ventilators and dying. And it just puts it right in our face that, our mortality is right here. And of course, I address the questions around the estate planning as best I can. I'm a business coach now and no longer practicing law. But I'm able to field the questions, but I'm always a little bit curious about what underpins the questions. And of course, at the surface is the desire to be responsible, to take care of those people that we care about. But underneath those questions are the fears and the sadness and the regret of what death might mean in this moment. And particularly that last piece, regret. Things left undone, the sins of omission. Things that we didn't get to. Things that we had planned to get to someday, but kept putting them off. And now in this moment of recognition, we see that maybe there isn't a whole lot more time. And so we begin to think about and ruminate and feel sad about and regretful about the things we didn't get to do. And that might mean relationships we haven't had a chance to heal, or trips we didn't get to take, or books we didn't write, or art we didn't make, or careers we didn't develop. It could mean a whole lot of things depending upon where you are in your life. But I imagine that at any point in time, there are things that we wish we could do that we haven't yet done. Now, please God, we all get through this time, that we are spared, that we are snatched from the jaws of death, and that we have the opportunity to go forward and to live out our lives and to fulfill those things. And in this moment, we have an opportunity to connect with the regret, to connect with those sins of omission, those things we haven't done, and to get clear on them. I want to invite you actually to write them down, to journal them out. Maybe come up with a list of 5 things that you would like to do, be, and have, and experience before you die. Get clear on those things that are staring you in the face right now, self-isolating, self-distancing, kind of stuck by yourself, it's a wonderful time to confront these issues of our mortality. We are going to get through this difficult time together, and we are going to have wonderful opportunities to do, be, and have an experience in the days and the weeks and the months ahead. But it's also, as human beings, it's very easy to forget. You know, we've all been put in those positions of bargaining with God. You know, if I get out of this situation, I promise. We have a way of forgetting those bargains. We have a way of forgetting the things that matter most. And we get caught back into the vortex of our lives. And we are going to get to the other side of this. And the propensity is going to be to forget those sins of omission. So write them down, get clear on them, and begin to think about how you're going to make those things happen in your life. No more sins of omission. Make it a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Talk soon.